Welcome back to Dustcaster, the podcast where we cut to the endless chatter, getting noise, in the tricky world of Indonesian oligarchs.
Stick with us. I'm Kalila. I'm 𝗍𝗲𝗍. And today we're having Sylvia and Fatia as our guest. The first here is over. Now it's time to find out what really happened. This is Dustcasters.
Welcome back to Dustcaster, the podcast where we cut to the noise, to the endless chatter, and the tricky world of Indonesian politics.
Stick with us. I'm Kalila. I'm 𝗍𝗲𝗍. And today we're having Sylvia and Fatia as our guests. The first here is over. Now it's time to find out what really happened. This is Dustcasters.
Okay, so looking back at the whole first case as president, how do people feel about his performance so far?
Has anything really changed? Meaning, say, the government focused more on security and stability than on social behavior. Things like common rights, freedom, and democracy seems or even getting a bit worse.
And now how about the law of are we seeing any progress there?
It still isn't there because my people change perfect slowly.
What it's about people get started by the government response to as I think is what make people say that the law isn't applied to Asia.
A lot of people have been talking about the economic policies. What's been the biggest controversy?
The biggest thing people are talking about is the money for the military. It went way up, but help for regular people stayed the same. It just doesn't sit fair when so many are having a hard times, but they are buying all these military stuff.
Speaking of that sector, why is the defense budget getting so much attention than other sector?
It was giving you finances and warships. Because it sounds impressive, but the economists say it's still too expensive. So I think it could even make the country's budget deficit in moves.
Let's talk about how all this affect the everyday people. How are these economic decisions came about?
It's not good. Price for basic things like food went up, so many people can't buy it as much. It seems like the big and the rich company are the ones who's getting most of the benefit, not regular people.
Now we're moving on to environmental issues. Has the government done much to go green yet?
Probably, they covers us smoothly from coal, the export coal, to sporty energy. But in fact, the progress has been managed well, like even some coal projects are still running a lot with copper and climate projects. So I think the government need to pay more attention to all the environment.
Okay, Prabowo's cabinet is pretty huge, right? How's that working out in terms of efficiency?
Not great. It's actually biggest since 1966 over 100 people. With so many people, it's so hard to coordinate. And some ministries cancel each other's plans.
And what the situation like in Papua these days?
Certainly, almost has changed. The clashes of violence are still happening now. And journalists and aid brokers still happen to Texas. And even the civilians are still under pressure.
Do you think the government still has a real chance to turn things around?
They're still cool, which they are facing the most as considering common rights and being more open about how this and money. If there's nothing changed, democracy gets weaker.
And finally, we reach the end of the podcast. What's your message for public welcome?
My message, I think people should stay alert and keep speaking. It's your forces are measured to be correct in DC. And so public oversight and federal hostage are the vital part in pursuit. And I think public pressures can push the government to do their work better and so improve their for themselves. Don't miss Simon That's.
From all of us here, thank you again for listening. And remember, as 𝗃𝐿 see you.